Yo, guys, I have a little secret. This is the laziest way to make money online in October 2025. And in this video, I'm going to rank it in terms of its potential, the cost and how to do it, even though it's mostly free. And on top of that, how much effort it's actually going to take. Because if we're doing a laziest online business model video, we need to make it as low effort as possible. So let me show you how this works. So even if you are the laziest person in the entire universe, and trust me, I've been there, I got you, you're gonna like this. So first, let's talk about what actually is the business and how do you make money with it. And on top of that, then we'll talk about the different ranks. So, like the size, the cost, and the effort it takes, okay? So instead of dragging it out through the whole video, let me just tell you the answer. The easiest and laziest thing to do to make money online in October 2025 is farming freelancing jobs online. And don't take my word for it. This is a massive industry, but it's honestly one of the easiest and laziest things that requires no effort. And on top of that, no prior experience. And the best part is we can literally outsource 90% of the work with AI and things like ChatGPT and some other softwares. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Now, to be specific, what is the best website to farm? Because there are a lot of different websites that have jobs online. The easiest one, in my opinion, is Upwork. They currently have over 500,000 active clients. An active client meaning $5,000 plus has been spent this year on their website from that client. And they paid out to the freelancers on that platform that are also farming these jobs almost $3.8 billion last year. So we're not talking about $500 or a quick $1,000 here, billions of dollars has been paid out on this website, and you can just go in and farm it just like I have, just like my students do. So it's super easy. So with billions of dollars on the line, there quite literally is an unlimited, uncapped, just river of potential jobs that we can farm. So in terms of the size and potential of this business model, I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's pretty big and it's growing every single year. I think about 20% a year. So now we know the size and what website to use, but what jobs do we actually farm? Which jobs do we pick? Which ones are the easiest? Which ones are the easiest to get? How do we find them? Let me explain in this next part. So again, this is a lazy video, so I could just drag it out and kind of get you to stay on the YouTube video longer, but I'm literally just going to give you a list, and then I'm going to give you the list of the best AIs to use for those services and jobs, if that makes sense. So starting out, one of the easiest to farm is social media management jobs. This is literally just where you post on people's behalf or make some content for them on their behalf. It's really easy. The second is video editing. You can learn how to video edit very quickly. And it literally, I think you could probably learn it in 2 hours. I know I did just from watching YouTube videos, but we'll get into how to actually automate that process in a second as well. Then you've got logo design, and logo design, I would put it in the same category as any graphic design in general. And I'm going to give you an AI to do all of this as well. But these are some of the easiest ones to farm just for some quick money. Then you have thumbnail design, which again kind of falls into the category of graphic design and logo design. And then finally, some no code application building. Some people sometimes refer to it as vibe coding. I'm going to also give you some AIs for that as well. And before you panic, literally all of these softwares and AIs for these are basically free, and I'm not using any affiliate links. I'm not even going to put them in the description, so just go find them yourself by typing them into Google, but they're all free. So just be lazy, right? That's the whole point of the video. So social media management, I want you to use Canva. Canva has some great AI features on there as well, and to be honest, most of the stuff that you would need to do for any sort of graphic design stuff can be done on Canva. If you want to level it up, you can go to Photoshop and use their built-in AI. But realistically speaking, just use Canva. It's free and it's really easy to use as a complete beginner. Now for video editing, I want you to use CapCut. The free version of CapCut allows you to do a lot of AI things. And to be honest, it's so easy to just watch a couple YouTube videos to study and learn these skills. I'm talking 2 hours for you to be able to close clients for $30 to $50 to $100 per video. It's pretty chill, and I'll talk a little bit more about it in the video. Now, again, for logo design, graphic design, even thumbnails, I want you to use a mix of Canva, ChatGPT, and also use something called Leonardo AI. This is basically where you can generate images and videos that look super cool, super hyper realistic, and you can actually get some free credits just by going on their website. And it's free, so that's pretty lazy, I guess. And finally, when it comes to no code, and to be honest, I think this is the coolest one. When it comes to no code and building little websites or little applications, use lovable.ai. This is so dope. And you can literally just type in with natural language what you want to build and you'll get it. But just be careful with the amount of tokens that you use. Try and do like long prompts so that you actually get the most out of it. Otherwise, it's going to end up costing you a little bit of money. Okay. So at this point, we know the potential of the business model. We know the size of it. We know which skills to use. We know, which softwares to use. But you still need to fill in the gaps of like, well, how do I do some of the work, like some technical stuff? And to be honest, 99% of what you need is on YouTube. Like I, for example, have a full 2-hour course on how to farm these jobs. I don't make any money from it. It's completely free. It's on YouTube, right? You can go check it out. It's 2 hours long. But even when it came to me learning video editing, for example, I just watched a couple half-an-hour long videos on how to edit. And that basically gave me like 80% of what I needed. Anybody can learn a skill within a weekend. And within 7 days of like hard study, you can be pretty good. Like, for example, I was recently working on a project where I needed more technical skills in terms of things like JavaScript and some other stuff. So I literally enrolled in an online course that's for like Cambridge. And I literally got up at 7 o'clock in the morning and did 3 hours a day of that. And by the end of that week, I was able to have really technical and much better understanding conversations with my developers on a project that I'm working on. So I just massively jumped in skill within a week. You can do that too. And it was pretty chill. Like all I was doing is watching videos, is eating overnight oats while watching YouTube, watching this video from Cambridge, learning about coding and JavaScript. Okay. It was pretty chill. I didn't have to do anything. I just, ate oats and learned stuff basically. But what about in terms of time? Like how much time do we need to farm these jobs? Like how long does it take to get a job? Is it a lot of effort? Like we've kind of touched on effort, but like what about time, right? Like how long does it actually take? Well, you can do most of this and most of the actual farming within about 40 minutes a day. And to be honest, there's even softwares out there that will just do it completely for you. I don't personally suggest that. I think it's better if you just do it yourself, but about 40 minutes a day. And then once you start making a little bit of money, just use one of these automation applications that will just do it for you completely. Like you don't have to do anything at that point. And I've done this myself, and I've seen and I've taught other students how to do this. And within 30 to 90 days, they can get from like 3,000 to 10,000, even as high as like $15,000 a month from just doing 40 minutes a day of sending and farming these jobs on Upwork and these other freelancing websites. It's pretty chill. But I don't want to be hypothetical here. I'm going to actually show you how to do this thing to actually farm the jobs, where I'm actually just going to show you right now on how to find them. And I'm going to give you two options. There's one that's completely free, which I'll tell you first. And then there's also an option to kind of supercharge it and make it really fast. And that costs like a couple $100 maximum a month. And you're not even costing you anything. It's an investment. You make that money back once you farm some of these jobs essentially. So the first free option is just to make an Upwork account like I have right here. And then all you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to type in your niche. So for example, let's type in social media manager. And then from here, I don't usually suggest this, but to be honest, for the sake of being lazy, which is the whole point of this video, just use the filter section, tag fixed price like I did here, and then just do these from here, these bottom three. That way you always, and actually, you know what, even to go a step further, you can even put your location in if you really wanted to do that too. And also payment verified. So we know that they've actually spent some money previously on this platform. That's how easy it is. It's actually crazy how easy the filtering is. And as you can see, literally every single day, there's new jobs, right? So you can just go through some of these, and all I want you to do is click on them and then try and find through some of these, the name of their company, and then just reach out to them. For example, this one's called this, right? Maybe I'll hide that in the video so that they don't get mad at me. But yeah, this has their brand name right here, right? We could just go into Google, look them up, and then obviously reach out to them privately, right? Instead of spending the money on the connects. Now, by the way, that's a complete violation of Upwork's terms of service. And I'm aware of that. I'm not suggesting that you do that in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, if you're feeling lazy, that's what you could do. I'm not suggesting it. What I would really suggest you to do is go through the effort of making a really good profile, right? Get a good profile on Upwork. Once you've done that, and I have so many videos on that, right? Maybe I'll pin it somewhere. Make a really good profile on Upwork. Then what I want you to do is reach out to these these potential jobs, right, with really good personalization, and just close them that way instead of reaching outside of the platform. You can just land them on the platform, and once you have a really good profile, you don't even need to farm anymore. They'll literally just come to you. So it's like the opposite of farming, right? And that's super lazy when you don't even have to farm. I mean, that's crazy. But it does take a little bit of effort to get to that point, right? And you can do this within like 1-2 days. Like first 1-2 days, just build out your profile. Watch my free course on YouTube. It's free. I don't make any money from it. Just watch how to build your profile. And I would also suggest making a list of all of the top profiles in the niche that you're in. So like, for example, social media management, you can actually right here filter this. Instead of jobs, you can click talent, right? And then you could type in social media manager, and then you're going to find all of the best potential people. And what you can do as well is you can scroll down, click earned amount like here, and then click 10K plus. So these are all the profiles that have made at least $10,000. But if you click on the URL, like I am right here, if you add an extra 0 here, we're only going to see the freelancers that make over 100K, right? And if we add another 0, for example, we're going to see the ones that have made over $1 million, for example, right? $1 million, $2 million, and so on. So there's like millions of dollars to be earned here, guys, okay? Now, doing it the second way, where you like build the profile, send the proposals, it will cost you a couple $100s to send some connects, but you can just charge more than you spend. And ultimately, you're probably not going to be charging less than $500, and it's not going to cost you anywhere close to that to get your first few clients on Upwork anyway. So it's kind of like an investment. And most people are common and used to investing into things that have no value. Whereas with this, it's like an investment in yourself and an investment in your future. And, in some ways, I think that's lazy, but, it is what it is. I think it's smart. And by the way, if you're going to do like the little bit less lazy option where you actually build your profile, things like that, I would urge you to reach out with just pure personalization. Now, I've got a few videos on this, which I'll probably tag, but just go check them out on my YouTube channel. And there's like a full breakdown of how to do this, how to send the looms and so on. I actually have a video that I just recorded a week or 2 ago explaining how to send those looms. You can check that out as well. It's like, I don't hold anything back. It's all there. And it's the same stuff that I teach my mentorship students to get them results and stuff like that. And to be honest, I think that's about it. I mean, freelancing and farming these freelancing websites has massive potential. There's loads of potential clients and loads of potential jobs. There's people on here making millions of dollars, like I showed you. You can do it for free, or you can do it with a little bit of money. You don't need any prior experience. I mean, I can't really think of a lazier way to make money. But the thing is, if you're watching this video and you're looking to be lazy to make money, I have a newsflash for you. That's fucking stupid, right? You're going to have to put in effort to make money, right? You're going to have to put in a big 30 to 90 day push. And that's all you need. Honestly, I think the thing that makes people the most stressed about making money online is the idea of all of these different things you have to learn and all of these different efforts that you have to do. And maybe it won't work out and I lose money, right? Which you won't lose money with this business model, obviously, because it's basically free. But I get it. I was in that position where, I remember one time, full transparency, I was with my friend in Leicester and I was smoking a joint with him. And I was saying to him, I really want to be successful, but I just can't be bothered, right? Like I remember feeling that mindset. And then 6 months later, once I was making $15,000 a month on Upwork, I didn't feel like that anymore. I couldn't even resonate with who I was and who I am back then. And I definitely don't resonate with that now. But I do still go through phases where I feel lazy. You know what I mean? I sometimes go through phases where I'm just playing, Meta Quest 3 and fucking playing PS5 sometimes, and I'm not doing the business that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not making, granted I have money and I'm comfortable, but you get my point, right? We all go through this. So even though you've stuck to the end of this video, please don't be lazy. I'm here to help you as much as possible. I make this video kind of in a funny way, but realistically speaking, if you can work hard for the next 30 to 90 days, you will be successful and you will get way further ahead and much better results than if you just fuck around and keep being lazy, okay? So I hope you heed my word. I hope you learned something in this video. And if you want to see a full course on how to do this completely for free, I don't make any money from it. There's literally not even links in the description to try and pitch you on a course or something. just go watch it on my YouTube channel. It's there, it's free. And loads of people have reached out to me saying that they've landed their first clients, made a bunch of money. I've even had people tell me that they've got to 10K per month just from that course. So go check it out. I'll see you in the next video.